Hey everyone, it's me, Mary, and welcome to FLOSSTUBE number 5. It's hard to believe it's been 5 videos now, but it's exciting. So, this episode, I'm going to show you what I've hauled, and then I will show you what I've been working on my whips. And then I think I'll probably do some tags because I was watching Carolina's videos and I like did a marathon of those, and I was like, okay, she's done tags. I can do that. So I figured, okay, why not? So I have like the tags saved on my phone as like pictures so that I can show you guys. Start off with my whips. Why not? So this is the progress that I've made on the Savannah birth record. I did finish, where are we? Let's fold this up here so you guys can see it. I did finish the giraffe section entirely, along with the bird right there, and I did do a some French knots for the eyes. So this is completely done. The back stitching, everything's done. And then over by the lion, I forgot to do. Where is it? Right there. I forgot to do. Get that out of the way. I forgot to do. There we go. The the eye on this bird, and then the tail I forgot to backstitch. But that's what it looks like so far. And then I have the monkey to do over here, and then a sun up here, and then I'm done. And then fill in the baby's details because my friend did have her baby a couple of days ago, so that's exciting. She was late, so they induced her. And yeah, big, huge, healthy baby boy. So congrats, Shanice. That's exciting and very big baby, over 9 pounds. So that's it was 9 pounds something. So big, big baby. I was a big baby when I was born. So and my boyfriend was a big baby when he was born. Then the other whip, because I did start something else. I did start the Lakeside Village Gold Dimensions collection. And I did grid for the first time. So excuse this a mess because I have a bunch of the strands here. But this is it here, and it's loose because this is like the edge. So, but this is it. You can see I've started up, where is it, up here, and then down here. I started to go like in columns, and I thought across because pretty much all of this, and then all of this is that color at the top. But I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but that's what it looks like. And I did grid, so I think I did all right. This is a water soluble uh, marker from Dimensions. And I did test it out and it seemed to wash off. So, yeah, I'm excited. I started this a day or two ago, so I've made pretty good progress on it in conjunction with working on the other thing. But yeah, I thought I would work on this one, and yeah, we'll see. So that's what it looks like so far. So not a lot of progress, but I mean, it is here. So and then down here a little bit. So I'm excited to see how this will turn out because this is really pretty. I like this one a lot. And Jessica Henderson was the one who basically influenced me to buy this because I saw this on one of her videos and was like, oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my God. So you guys saw when I hauled this, but yeah, working on it now. So those are the whips I have. Not a lot of progress, but yeah, hopefully I should be finished that Savannah birth record next week. I'm hoping because I'm gonna like really work on it now. She hasn't decided on a name for sure, so I gotta wait for that anyway. But the date and the weight, I know. So awesome. I probably won't show. I'll show when I finish it. Maybe take a picture and insert it. But I won't show the name and stuff just for privacy's sake. But yeah, I don't know. I know people do that. They just don't show the name and stuff. But yeah, that's what I was working on. So my whips. Now my haul, I didn't think I was gonna have anything to haul, but I did buy some stuff. So at Walmart, I was with my boyfriend looking at the cross stitching section. We had to go for groceries and stuff, and they didn't have very much. They had what I owned already of what I liked, and it was mostly Busilla. And I dislike Busilla because they don't pre-sort their thread. They have thread, but it's all like jumbled together and stuff. So I did get this needle threader by Janlin. It was less than $1. For projects, when I have a little bit of thread at the very end, it's hard to like lick the thread and re threaded onto the needle. So I got this for those purposes, and I found that this doesn't work for smaller needles. I had two in that dimensions kit, and they both kind of broke on the end. I'm guessing because of this, or they were cheap needles. So I don't know, but yeah, this it has three sections for like yarn and stuff. I'm only going to be using this section, so yeah, I got it for that purpose, and again, super cheap. Then I was watching one of Carolina's videos again, and I'll link her channel below if you guys haven't seen her. But I was watching again. I marathon like all of her videos, so I got caught up. I was watching one of her videos, and she showed this really beautiful Bustilla set or kit that was an heirloom collection, and it was called Quiet Fire, and it featured a bunch of tigers. I think she said she was making for her father, but I loved it. I thought it was beautiful, awesome. And trying to find it online is not easy. I looked on Amazon, they didn't have it. I looked on eBay, nobody had it. I looked on a few different websites, nobody had it. And she commented and gave me a couple of links to where you could find it. And one of them was Craft Hoot. It was 20 something dollars. I didn't mind paying that, but shipping was like 20 or $30 or something. So it's gonna bring up to like 40 or $50. So I was like, no, no, no. And then she linked another website, Colorful Impressions. It was like 40 something and then probably shipping. It's 40 or like 20, 30 shipping on the other website, and then like probably shipping on this website. So I will just have to wait and see if it pops up somewhere. So, oh well. But I did get from Amazon this one. I did open it, but it's the Siberian Tiger. It looks like this. Sorry for the glare. It's beautiful. And I got this for $9.99 on Amazon. So I will link this below if you guys are interested. It's still $9.99 as of yesterday. It's beautiful. I love it. I don't have the chart in here because I have it downstairs. Because I started to go through and just like grid a bunch of patterns. I haven't gridded this yet. Or maybe I did. No, the fabric's in here. But I mean, there's all of the. I started to sort this, and then it was like, oh my god. Again, that's why I hate Bustilla because they don't pre-sort their thread and they don't label the thread. If they labeled it, at least it would be awesome. They do have this like these color coded things right here. But yeah, I mean, some of the colors were easy, and then other ones, I mean, there's like three or four shades of purple in here that are very similar. But the reason why there were three reasons I wanted this. One, it's a beautiful, realistic looking tiger. Siberian tigers are absolutely stunning. Two, the price, it was $9.99. You can't go wrong. And three, it's actually on even weave. It's on 28 count even weave, and I've never worked on even weave, so I thought this would be a good introduction. I won't be doing this for a while, but it's good to have in my collection, and this is awesome and beautiful. So I'm excited that I got it, and yeah, it's based on a work from Lee Kromschroeder, 28 count glass blue even weave, and then it comes with the floss, the color coded thread sorter, color chart, and needle. So yeah, again, I will link this below, but this is beautiful. So I was excited to get this, especially for such a like a reasonable price, because I looked on eBay just out of curiosity to just see like how much that was, and it was like double the price. So I thought for a kit to have even weave and it's like a pretty good size pattern, it ends up being like 16 by 12. So that's a pretty good size. Yeah, I thought that was a really good deal. Then again, Carolina, I have been looking for storage for the floss that my boyfriend's mom gifted me. She was very, very sweet and gifted me a ton of DMC thread, a few other threads, but I didn't bobbin those or anything, or put those on bobbins. I had bought one from Doris on Amazon. It was like $7. It has 16 compartments. It didn't hold nearly any of them, which is horrible because I really wanted to use it for that. I'd have to buy like 6 or 7 of them to hold everything. But I was watching one of her videos, and she showed that she had recently gotten the Creative Options thread organizer, and she got it at Joann's and got it for like a really good, I think she said Joann's, but she got it for a really good deal. So I was like, okay, let's check. And I had a coupon for 50% off Joann's. So I went and I got it. This is what it looks like. It has all the thread in it. So these ones in the middle, where are we? These ones here, and then there are ones in the middle here, which you can't see because this sticker thing's in the way. I don't know what numbers they are because the stickers fell off of the bobbins because I had these all in bags, and that's the reason why I wanted them to be sorted. But this ended up costing, it was 14.99, which is a really good deal to begin with. But it is double sided, and I went and I had a 50% off coupon, so I paid $7 and something for this, which was awesome. And I took back that dragonfly needlepoint kit that I showed in the last video, and I got my cash back for that. So that paid for this. So I don't want everything to spill over, but that's what it looks like on one side. And this is called the double-sided multi-craft carrier. I had to ask one of the women in the store where it was, and she knew exactly where it was, and she said it's like an awesome thing. So it has a handle at the top, and there's all the other threads. I still have like, what, 4 sections that don't have anything in it. So this is awesome. They are organized by the numbers. So this is awesome. Really, really happy to get that. Something to finally be able to hold all my DMC floss. So yay. Um, yeah, I'll link that below just in case you guys aren't sure where it is. But Joann's is where I got mine. And it was a really good deal. I had it actually on my Amazon, like save for later. I think I added it like no, couldn't have been last year. I added it a while ago. I don't remember when, but I added it quite a while ago, a few months ago. I didn't think anything of it until I was watching Carolina's video, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then I went and I saw like the price had dropped or something on my Amazon thing, but it's like 20 something dollars. I think it's like $20 on Amazon. So yeah, no, don't get it off of Amazon. Go to Joann's if you have one near you. Then let's see what else. I got from Amazon these. They are the hands-free magnifier Mag Eyes. I did open them, but I got the 2 and 4. There's also a 5 and 7. I asked on Facebook what would be a good magnifier without a light in it, that you don't have to wear glasses, like you don't have to have eyeglasses or anything. And a couple of people recommended these. And I said, which size should I get, the 5-7 or the 2-4? And 2 people responded. Each person said each one. So I ended up going with the 2-4 because I have pretty good vision. And one person was like, the 5-7 is really meant for like really fine detail like jewelers use them. So yeah, I got these. They were 20, I think 20 or $21, so not horrible. But they do come with the lens in the back like that. And yeah, I'm excited. They are really comfortable to wear. Don't seem to have issues. I'm only really going to wear these when I start working on like even weave or anything I have issues really seeing. So that's what these are for. And then the final thing that I hauled is in a bag because I got it from 123 Stitch. And this is like the boring part because all this stuff is pretty much tooly related. But I did get an order from 123 Stitch. If you saw my last video, I did do a rant about my visit to an LNS. I did cut it out because things were resolved. But yeah, basically, long story short, I went to an LNS for the first time. It was kind of about 3+ hours away from my house. We're on my way to my boyfriend's here in New Hampshire, and it's a 5-something hour drive to it from here. And because we stayed overnight in the town it was in, and I was super excited to go to it. And it was not what I was expecting at all. It was like in a converted barn, which was really cool, but it wasn't utilizing nearly like any of the space it had. She didn't seem to have a lot. I did find that needle minder that I showed, where is it? It's on here. This one that I got, where is it? Right there. I paid cash for that. And then the Nora Corbett chart. I got those. That was fine. I had also picked up some Lucy Kate patterns, the Boo Club, I think 2009 patterns. I asked her because I'd seen it finished on the wall, and I asked her where I could get that, and she went and got them for me and didn't show them to me, didn't let me look at them, just assumed I wanted all of them, and I didn't. And then when I cashed out, my boyfriend had given me very generously given me some money for my stitching stuff, and I told him not to, but he was very sweet. And it ended up costing over $80 for basically the Nora Corbett and the Lizzie Kate stuff. And I was thinking that's kind of expensive. And the needle minder I paid after. I paid cash for that. So I was like, okay, that's expensive, but maybe. So I didn't think anything of it. I gave her my credit card, and then she asked me for my PIN code. And I thought that was strange. I didn't think anything of it. I was thinking she asked for my zip code, and I said I don't have one. And then I figured out she was asking for my PIN code. I gave it to her, not thinking, because I had never heard anybody ask for that before. In a store, usually you're given the machine and you do it yourself, and she didn't do that. That was strange. So after the whole thing, I was just feeling really uncomfortable, and I said to her, "Yeah, I want to, I want to cancel the." I want my money back, basically, because it was a lot of money for one, and then I just wasn't comfortable with um, the whole pin code thing. So we were driving away. She kept the Nora Corbett on the card, and then I know this is turning into a long story, but she it turned out she hadn't refunded me for everything. She had charged me, she had overcharged me. She charged me for 7 Lizzie Kate charts instead of 6, and she only gave me back money for 6 instead of 7. So she overcharged me. I called her the next day, and she apologized and rectified it. She did give me, with the stuff, I may have mentioned this in the video and kept it in, I don't remember, but she had given me like a free, you can get it on the Lizzie Kate website free. It's a placement chart where everything is organized. And she gave that to me. So I don't know if she accidentally charged that for me because she left that in the bag. And I said I didn't want the stuff. And when I phoned, she had basically asked if there was nothing else in the bag. I said no, just the Nora Corbett and the yeah, basically the Nora Corbett was in there because then I paid for the needle minder after with cash. So she also didn't give me a proper receipt showing what I had returned, which is really odd. She said she couldn't do it. I don't know if she was just being sketchy or what. Maybe she couldn't. She'd been there for a while, so it's not like, I'm sure people have asked for refunds. I don't know. But I just didn't feel comfortable. And then I called and I was able to get my PIN code changed at a bank because I didn't want somebody knowing my PIN code that I wasn't comfortable with that because, that was on me because I did give it to her, but I wasn't expecting it's just something that you don't usually have happen. So I was refunded the money and everything worked out, but just yeah, it wasn't a good experience. Yeah, I wasn't happy. So I won't be going back there. She didn't really have much. I just bought the Nora Corbett because it was pretty. I don't know when I'll work on it because working on it's going to cost a little bit of money. But I mean, I thought I would buy something, and the needle minder was really cute. I'm happy with that. But anyway, that's what happened. So my boyfriend, very sweet and generously, because he's a sweetheart, got me a prepaid Visa card from his bank because my card was having issues. I went to the bank and changed the PIN code and then it didn't work or something. So it took a couple of attempts to do that. So he got me a prepaid card. He asked how much everything was going to cost on 123 Stitch. I said 20 at the most. And he got me like a $50 card. So that's what paid for this. And I did get him a gift with the money. A gift from me to him with his money. But yeah, because I had like $5 and something left, so I was like, yeah, I got him a Steam card, a Steam game. But I did get these with it, and then I was able to get the 123 Stitch stuff. So sorry for that long little thing about it, but that's what happened. So I know not all LNSs are like that. It's just that that's the one that I went to that I had a bad experience with. But anyway, my 123 Stitch project haul I got, and this was open because I'm using a needle out of it because I'm using this on one of these on my Lakeside Village. But I got a set of the Bowen 28 tapestry needles. I also picked up this beeswax with holder by Dritz because I've heard a lot of people like this over Thread Heaven, so I'm excited to see this and which one I like better. And all this stuff was under $20 with shipping. I got a snag nabbit also by Dritz because I'm somebody who tends to get sometimes the little threads stick up out of my work. So it's very difficult to get them back through. So this is supposed to help with that. And then I have two of the other four items I got. I have the DMC embroidery transfer pen, water soluble ink. I have one of these open already, so this is a backup. And then I got the transfer pencil. I have two of these, and I gridded my ice cardinal because it was done on black, and I sharpened this because it's not super sharp to begin with. I sharpened it, and the lead broke out of it. So I was like, ugh. So I sharpened this my other one a lot. So I won't probably be purchasing this again, which brings me to my boyfriend. Once he gets off of work tonight, we are supposed to be going to in town, going to Walmart and stuff. And then I was looking online and I had asked people that's my 1, 2, 3 stitch haul. That's everything I got. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I'm gonna go to Dick's tonight and get some monofilament fishing line. A few people recommended it because, well, I enjoyed charting or gridding my project. It's not super thin, and I have to keep counting over, like, oh, I'll start here and then count over just to make sure I'm not miscounting. So I want to get some like monofilament line. I know there's sulky sliver, but Amazon only has like 2 or 3 colors, and I wanted red, and they don't seem to have it unless it's like really expensive. Um, and what else? Um, or something else, but I can't think of what it is. Yeah, the sulky sliver, and then easy grid. I might get that just to try it. The Amazon does have it for a good deal, but I thought the monofilament line I'll try because people actually like that. So we'll see. I have most of my projects gridded right now anyway, and that it's just instead of having to wash and do all that stuff because I do wash my projects, but the video is getting long. I didn't think it was gonna be this long, but my boyfriend is very sweet and did basically pay for this stuff, so that was awesome. And it snowed here a little bit. This was supposed to come on Monday. It's Thursday now? Yeah, it's Thursday. It's supposed to come Monday. And then it said receptacle blocked when I checked my like tracking info, and I was like, what? So I went down to the mailbox and it wasn't blocked. There was like no reason. And the next day they brought this inside the house in the garage. So I don't know what happened, if there was too much snow at the back door or what. But yeah, that kind of sucked. But I did get it the next day, and one of my boyfriend's packages was also re-delivered the next day. But that's my haul and my whips. And I'm like, this is long. I wonder if I should do a tag, but I'm going to anyway. I'll do a couple of tags. So I did get these from Carolina's videos because she did a whole like tag series. Um, so this is Mrs. Baker Girl's tag. How long have you been stitching? I have been stitching few months now, since like January, maybe the end of December. No, I think it was January. So I'm really relatively new to stitching. I'm a newbie still. What is your favorite thing you bought for cross stitch? I really like my needle minders, my little Ariel crystal needle minder. I think is awesome. Thread Heaven has been awesome, and I really like that Maple Leaf cross stitch or needle minder. Those are the three like top favorites. This thing is awesome too. I haven't really got to utilize it, but I do have all my thread, so this thing is awesome. And then because I'm not going with kits, I'm going with actual like items. And then what else? I think there's something else I really like. Oh, my Q snaps. My Q snaps are awesome. Yeah, I love my Q snaps. Those are definitely a favorite of mine. If you could do a Disney cross stitch, what would it be? I have the Little Mermaid one. I love it. I would like to see an Alice in Wonderland, like Thomas Kincaid or another thing come out. I know you can get like Alice charts and stuff, but I'd like to see an Alice in Wonderland one because that's one of my favorites. I think there's Aladdin one, which Aladdin's one of my favorite movies too. Trying to think if there's any others. I love a lot of the Disney things. I'd like to do a Winnie the Pooh one. I know Thomas Kincaid has a Winnie the Pooh. I'm wearing a Winnie the Pooh shirt right now, but yeah, I'm a huge Disney fan, so I'd be happy to stitch any of them. I was watching somebody's video. Oh, I can't remember who, but she had a Winnie the Pooh sketch um, cross stitch kit. And I've tried looking online for it and I cannot find it. And I would love to be able to do like a sketch Winnie the Pooh, like cross stitch thing. But yeah, I'd say Alice in Wonderland is probably my top favorite. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll grid something and do it myself. I don't know. I know Disney's whole like policy is like they have a whole like copyright thing going on. A lot of people do, but theirs is thing. Oh, I will say I did find this really cool postcard um, online for the Polynesian resort and spa from like I want to say it's like the late 80s, early 90s. And it's a really cool like drawing of the Polynesian the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, and it has Mickey on the front. It's a postcard, and I have that saved onto my computer. And then if I want to grid it, I might or chart it and make a pattern out of it. I might because I really like it. I think it's really cool. So yeah, that's something that I would like to make, and nobody else will have. So, and finally, out of all the cross stitch magazines or books, what is your favorite? Well, my boyfriend had bought me very generously and very sweetly the cross stitch digital subscription. So I'll say that because he bought that for me, and they just had a new issue come out. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet, but and then my 365 cross stitch designs magazine that I showed in one of my previous, I think it might have been the last video. I really like that one because it has a number of patterns and charts and stuff I want to do. So I'll say those. So that's it for that. There's a couple other ones on that, but yeah. And then let's see, I'll do Carolina's tag. She created a tag. How do you arrange the floss you're using on a project? Well, first for the dimensions cross stitch birth record, I'm using my Doris organizer, and I have it like this. So these are the colors at the top, and then I have all of the thread, and then my tools are back here, but that's it there. So I have on my page on my chart, I have like numbers 1 up to, what is it, 16? No, uh, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 16. So there's 17 compartments in here. But I have like 1, 2, 3, and so on. And it just helps me know which floss to use. And yeah, I have it like that. And then for my other one, the oh the Lakeside Village, I just have everything in a bag right now, and then I have it labeled Lakeside Village, taking account Ada and all the stuff, and it's supposed to be a that was 16 by, oh, that's the other one. This is a 15 by 12, I guess, in the end. All the floss is in here. And then when I work on it, I take it out. And then if I use any floss from here, or what I'm doing different this time is I've cut little notches above, and then I'll stick the floss that I'm not working on in there if I've taken anything off. So that's how I organize what I'm doing at the moment. Everything else is in bags and stuff, or the original packaging. So that's how I organize everything. Have you ever attempted to dye fabric? No, I have not. I don't think I'd be very good at it. I've been tie-dye in the past, but that was years and years ago. Yeah, I mean, I give props to people who do it, but I don't think I could. If you use a needle threader, is there any specific type you prefer? You guys saw the one that I use. Most of the time, I don't use a needle threader. I'm a floss licker. I only use that if I'm at the a very tiny little bit of thread left, and I want to finish off, or I want to like, yeah, I basically want to finish off and I can't get it back in the needle. I'll use a needle threader for that. If you use any type of frame to stitch, do you prefer with the fabric over the frame or in the well? Any type of frame to stitch. I mean, I use the Q snaps. And I mean, you guys can see here, I do it like, I mean, my fabric is behind, so that's how I do it. Let's see. Do you start your threads in the front or back of your projects? I usually do the loop start if I can help it. but it's usually in the back. I'll say that. Mine are usually in the back. If you're a gritter, let's see. If you're a gritter, what is your preferred method of gritting? I mean, I literally just started gritting, so I used the fabric pen, the not fabric pen, the water soluble transfer pen, and then I used the pencil in one project. But I do want to try the monofilament line or easy guide, something like that, where just to see which method I prefer. What is your favorite way to finish projects? I so far have made projects where I've framed them. And then I made a bookmark for my boyfriend, and he's been using it. So I'll say I really enjoy framing. That's what I like to do. I like to frame. I like to wash and then iron and then frame. So I prefer framing projects. It's just what I like to do. What is your first cross stitching milestone? Well, when I started cross stitching, that was a milestone for me because that was exciting. I don't know, anytime I finish a project, because everything I've started, uh, save for the snowman guardian angel, which I left in my house, I have finished, except what the two projects I'm currently working on, and I will finish those. So it's always exciting for me when I finish a project. I'm happy with that. And as far as a milestone, I guess just gritting. I don't know. I don't have a lot of milestones because I'm new to stitching. Let's see. What is a stitch goal you have? Something you want to conquer? I want to start even weave. And start on my Little Mermaid, actually do like a full coverage because even this Dimensions Lakeside Village isn't a full coverage. It's pretty close to a full coverage, but it's not. So I want to do a full coverage at some point and see what happens. What is your silliest duh stitch moment? I make a lot of them. Actually, when I started the Lakeside Village, I this is the only one that had gridded full 10 by 10. Even up here where it doesn't start 10 by 10, it starts at like six up from the bottom. And when I first did it, I think I started at the 10. And I noticed it right away. So I was like, oh, duh. And then I think I did it again, but I counted one up. So it was at 7 instead of 6. I had to I had already finished like that whole thing. So I had to frog the first row. So that's a duh moment. Every project I've made, I have done a mistake. On the other project, the cross stitch, this one, a dull moment, let me actually put it right up, is these two plants, this one and this one, are actually supposed to be in a light brown. Yeah, they're supposed to match like the rest of the leaves on here. And I didn't notice it until I had already started to do other stuff. And I'm like, you know what? That's gonna be unique. I'm okay with that. And when I was actually outlining and backstitching the giraffe, I kept like giving him a weird hump on the back and it looked weird. So I had to I did it redid it 3 times. Um, but other than that, oh, and I decided in the actual pattern, these are supposed to be like kind of leaves and on tree branches, like thin, like backstitched tree branches. I decided just to have them kind of be like leaves in the wind. So I don't know, it adds character to me, or to me. It adds character to the piece. So yeah, but that's kind of dumb moments because I made little tiny mistakes, but I usually fix them. If you use paper charts, do you print them at home or use a service? Um, all the charts that I've had, save for my Stitchrovia one and the Lord of the Rings Elvish script that I made myself, I have they come in kits, so they're already paper. And then Stitchrovia one and the Lord of the Rings one that I made for myself, I did print those off my computer. So I do like to have physical copies that I can mark on. But my mom's iPad, she's like wanting to get rid of it and upgrade to a new one. So she said I could have her old one. And then when I get that, which will be a little while away, I plan to get some of the cross stitch apps and Goodreader and be able to, because I know Carolyn Mazio did a video on how to use that and marking and charting and stuff. So I want to get a couple of those apps and be able to utilize those for my cross stitching. Is there a cross-stitch book you suggest? Not really. I mean, I don't know. I'm new, so I don't have any books. I know a lot of people love certain books. The fantasy ones, like Joan Elliott has a few. Um, I don't have any really that I can recommend. I really like the magazines. I don't know. I don't have anything I recommend. Most of you guys know good magazines to begin with and books. Is there anything that you find that you are very nitpicky about when you cross stitch? Not really. I'm not super nitpicky. I mean, I have ADHD. I'm not super nitpicky. Hmm. Is anything nitpicky? Not really. That I can think of. I'm not like, oh, it's really nitpicky about anything. Not that I can think of. I just like to have my floss organized and be in a way that so I can read it and pick out what I need and everything. And I guess I will say I'm nitpicky because these silly kits are awesome, and I love the Siberian Tiger one, and it's beautiful, but I just hate that it's not pre-sorted thread, or that it's not marked better because some of the shades are very, very similar. So I think I'm nitpicky about that because I wish that they were like, I wish that they were organized better than they are, or at least a little like band around each one saying what color it is. It doesn't have to be necessarily super pre-sorted, just to give an indication because it's like, yeah, it's really difficult to tell what's what. So I guess I'm nitpicky about that. Um, Favorite LNS you visited while on a trip? The only LNS I visited, I had a bad experience at, so I don't have one. Maybe when my boyfriend and I go to Maine for our anniversary in July, I might visit one then and see, because I think there's some in Maine. We're going to Portland. We went there last year for our anniversary because I'd never been to Maine and it was exciting and fun. I'd never been to a lighthouse before. I'd never been to the ocean before. And it was exciting. So we decided to go to Maine. And if you guys have been to Maine and you haven't tried Bite into Maine, it's by the Portland Headlight or Lighthead. No, Lighthouse. Yeah, the Portland Headlight. Their lobster rolls, oh my God, those are so freaking fantastic. So we really like those. And then, the donut place. I'm not gonna be able to remember the name of it. Shoot. Um, oh, they're really freaking good. I can't think of the name of it. There's these donuts they make. I'll put an annotation because I honestly can't think of the name of it. Um, Shoot. Um, yeah, I can't think of the name of it. They're really freaking good. They're made with uh, potatoes, and those are awesome and delicious. And oh my God, those are really good. And then, is there anything that you do that you feel takes up a lot of time when you cross stitch, but worth it in the end? Not really. I mean, I count even when I've gridded. I've counted. I like to triple check everything just because my memory and my ADD and ADHD. So I triple check everything because I've had mistakes even when I've triple checked. So, I mean, the plants are the wrong color on the baby pattern. Yeah, so I'd say that's probably it. But those are the two tags. So I think that's the rest of the tag. Yeah. So I'm sorry, this is like almost 40 minutes long. I may cut out some of it. Nah, I'll probably leave it all in. But yeah, that's about it. I thought this was gonna be like 20 minutes the most, and it's like double that almost. But if you guys have any comments, suggestions, anything you recommend, anything you want to know, anything, basically you can leave it below. I respond and I like comments. I watch people's videos. If you subscribe to me and you make cross stitch videos, I will watch your videos and subscribe back. That's just what I do. And I do respond to all the comments I receive. I'm usually on YouTube watching FLOSSTUBE videos when I'm cross stitching. So I usually respond if a notification pops up, I will respond almost immediately. So yeah, anyway, this is a very long video. It's close to 40 minutes long, so you guys have the longest video from me yet. But I hope you enjoyed watching and thank you very much. I didn't think I was gonna have like very much to show at all, but yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions, comments, anything, please feel free to leave those below. What you guys recommend for gridding, um, because people had recommended on Facebook Frixion pens, and I tried the highlighters, and the highlighters sucked. But yeah, I heard that you can be left with like white marks, like ghost marks on your fabric. Basically, the lines disappear with ink because they have like a thermo ink in them, but they can reappear if it gets really cold. So I don't want to do that. They're not meant for fabric, and I don't want to do anything like that. That's not meant for fabric. I don't want to wreck my fabric or have the lines show back up. So if you guys have any like what you like to use for gridding, please leave those below. I would love suggestions. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. If you've made it this far, thank you. But thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing. It means a lot to me. And yeah, I mean, if you guys like shorter videos, let me know. If you guys like longer videos, let me know. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. And thank you, everybody. Thanks. Bye.